Now, it is going to be difficult. It is not going to be easy for many of us, but we have been equipped with the requisite knowledge, technical and critical employability skills needed to survive. So keep this momentum. Let us use the core values as our yardstick. Sweeten with learning, creativity, and innovation. Season with partnership and teamwork. Laced with quality, and serve always with excellent customer satisfaction. And as I take my seat, Marcus Garvey went on to say, God and nature first made us what we are. And then out of our own created genius, we make ourselves what we want to be. Follow always that great law. Let the sky and God be our limit, and eternity our measurement. I want you to look to your neighbor, male or female, look to your person beside you, and I want you to tell them this. Are you looking? I'm not seeing any movements. I am going to be different. I am going to make the difference. I am going to succeed. I am going to be happy. Now this is serious. Turn to the other neighbor and repeat, say it again. I am going to be different. I am going to make the difference. I am going to succeed. And I am going to be happy. I thank you all. Have a fantastic afternoon.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That was indeed good. You know, and it was good to see that you were behind him all the way. Okay. All right, at this time we are coming to the end of today's ceremony. But before we do that, we need to have the vote of thanks. And I'm going to call on Mr. Donovan Jones, manager of Newport Vocational Training Center, to come forward and do the vote of thanks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All protocols observed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's so good to see you, and it is so good to be here. My responsibility is to thank people, and it's a privilege, it's a joy to thank people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that enough? No, I'm in trouble. Thanks, Dr. Melford, for opening in prayer. Dr. Wayne Wesley, thank you for guiding us. Thank you for doing your part so well in our ceremony. And to one of the most elegant ladies, our beloved executive director, it was great to hear you, and it is nice to meet you, and we shall hear more from you and see more of you. Thank you very much. To Mrs. Karen Redwood, who did a fantastic job in presenting the regional report. She had a lot to say. You have not heard half of the story and some of the things we do at the institutions and in the programs that we offer. Thank you, Mrs. Redwood. To that quartet from the graduating class that did such a fantastic job. You are more than your certification. You did a fantastic job. Put your hands together again for that quartet. To gracious Grace, Mrs. Grace Mullings, thank you for introducing our guest speaker. To the man who made some very important, some very powerful statements this afternoon, you are more than your certification. You are more than your CV. Be as great as you ought to be and not what the world expects you to be. I believe those are powerful words, and I hope you will reflect on the words of Mr. Milton Samuda, President of Jamaica Chamber of Commerce. Fantastic presentation. To Ms. Nerys Bailey, who took us through the presentation ceremony so well. Thank you. To your valedictorian, to our valedictorian, Mr. Andre Harper, thank you for inspiring us. To our MAC members, we want to thank you for being with us and for sharing with us and for making it happen at heart. Thanks to our partners who are here. We appreciate your work. Without you, we could not have made it. To our presenters and our ushers and our marshals and the nurses in training from the Mandeville Caregivers, a heart-funded institution, we want to thank you. To our colleagues all, we want to thank you. To NCU for your facilities. If I had my way, this would be a permanent graduation site. Thank you, NCU. To the graduates, thank you for sticking to it. You started the course. You have ended the course. There's further to go. It is possible. You can do it. As our valedictorian said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Thank you, one and all. And if I left out anybody, it was not deliberate. Just remember that. And if you're not remembered on earth, you will be remembered in glory. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to God Almighty for taking us along the journey of life. Friends, Heart Trust NTA family members, one and all, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Donovan Jones, let me also say thanks to you for giving the vote of thanks. Just before we have the withdrawal or the national anthem, I just want to say to the Spirit of Heart winners, please come back to the platform for, the necessary photo ops at the end with your trophies and all, so we can have an opportunity to take the necessary photos that we need to have. So once you withdraw, then you return to the platform. At this time, I'm going to ask us all to stand as we prepare to sing the national anthem. And at the conclusion of the national anthem, the withdrawal will be done first. I'm going to ask all our guests to just remain in place until the platform party leaves the platform and the graduating class withdraws. Then you can leave behind us. So at this time, we're going to have the national anthem.